Thinking about buying a home in Central Connecticut? Before you fall in love with that cute colonial or that recently updated listing online, hold on. Some homes around here look great in photos, but can turn into a nightmare once you move in. After working with buyers all across Central Connecticut, I've seen some red flags pop up again and again. So today, we're talking about the top 5 types of houses you should never buy in Central Connecticut. Plus a bonus that could save you tens of thousands if you catch it early. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Central Connecticut, then please subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about everything that's happening in Central CT. My name is David Constant, and I get calls and texts every single day from people just like you looking to make the move to Central Connecticut. And I absolutely love it here. And as a realtor, I want to help you do just that. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, be sure to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to help you make a smooth move to Central Connecticut. All right, let's jump right into it. First up on the list is the cheap flip with the shiny finishes. This is the one I see buyers fall for the most. It's the HGTV special. You're scrolling through Zillow and it's got the white kitchen, the gray walls, the quartz countertops, open floor plan. It looks perfect. And I've shown plenty of these, whether you're in Manchester, West Hartford, Newington, East Hartford, Wethersfield. And the story's almost always the same. Their seller bought it 6-12 months ago, did a quick paint job, maybe some luxury vinyl plank floors, and listed it again with fully renovated in the caption, in all caps at that. But here's the thing. These houses are often just surface level. I've been in some flips where their furnace was older than me. The plumbing hadn't been touched since the 70s, and one even had the bathroom fan venting straight into the attic with zero ventilation. It does look beautiful now, I'll give you that, but give it a winter and you'll be replacing half the systems in the house. If you want to separate a good renovation from a cheap flip, here's what you need to check for during a walkthrough. First up is you want to check the craftsmanship. You want to run your hands along the trim and the baseboards. If it's rough, caulked unevenly, or even oversprayed, that's evidence of rushed work. You want to open all the doors and cabinets. Misaligned hinges, sticking doors, they scream speed, not skill. You definitely want to head down to the basement and check the mechanicals. You want to see, are they old while the kitchen looks new? That's going to tell you exactly where the budget went. You want to ask about permits. Most towns, Glastonbury, Newington, Farmington, have online databases. If there aren't any permits being pulled for all this work, that's not going to give me much peace of mind. You definitely want to bring a flashlight, peek behind the appliances, under sinks. Cheap flips hide messy shortcuts. The bottom line is that quality flip feels intentional. Consistent craftsmanship, new systems, and documentation. The bad ones all show no substance. Hey guys, it's Dave Constant. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the country make the move here to Central Connecticut. I've helped countless families make the move, so whether you're coming out the next week, the next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move. Next up on the list is the charming old home that's a money pit. Central Connecticut is packed with history, lots of it. And with it, there are old homes. The 1920s Tudors in West Hartford, the 1940s Capes in Newington, and the 1800s farmhouses in Wethersfield and Berlin. They're gorgeous. Original hardwoods, arched doorways, wood-burning fireplaces. You can't build character like that anymore. But there's another side to that coin. Those same houses often come with systems that haven't been touched in decades. I helped one client in Old Wethersfield who loved the charm until the inspection revealed knob and tube wiring, asbestos insulation, and a buried oil tank from the 50s. That dream home would have needed nearly $100,000 just to be livable. Older homes here are part of the Connecticut identity, but they can definitely be money pits if you do not know what you're looking for. So here's some tips. When you walk through, you want to inspect the foundation. In older homes, Look for fieldstone or rubble foundation. The mortar should be solid. Crumbling joints mean water seepage or age-related decay. Definitely check the outlets. It's an easy one to spot. Two-prong outlets are a telltale sign of outdated wiring. You also want to look for uneven floors and cracks. Some settling is normal, but large separations around the door frames mean movement. You definitely want to ask about the insulation in the windows. Many pre-1950 homes have none, which means expensive heating bills. Definitely ask if it's oil heat and if it's still active. If there's an oil tank buried in the yard, it has to be properly removed and decommissioned. For these older homes, you want to hire an inspector that specializes in historic Connecticut homes. Not all home inspectors know how to judge old materials or vintage systems. Next up on the list, we have the house with drainage or foundation problem. Let's talk about one of the biggest hidden issues in Connecticut. Between the hills in Avon and Glastonbury, the clay soil in Southington, in the spring meltwater across the river valley, basements here see a ton of moisture. I've been in homes where everything above ground looked great, but the second you opened up that basement door, the smell overwhelmed you. It was musty, damp, and impossible to ignore. Sellers often throw down a rug, plug in a dehumidifier, and hope you don't look too closely. These issues can be minor, easy to fix, easy to remedy, or they can be massive. They can create full foundation damage. Once water starts seeping in, it's not an easy fix, and it's definitely not cheap. So here's a tip. When you walk through, follow your nose. Musty smells usually mean hidden water. Look for effervescence, that white chalky residue on the concrete. Water's definitely been there. Check the sub pumps and dehumidifiers. If they're running constantly, that basement might be on life support. You want to walk around the yard. The land should slope away from the house. If it doesn't, you'll inherit a drainage issue for sure. Look for horizontal cracks or bowed walls. Vertical cracks aren't great, but horizontal cracks are definitely worse. That's structural and a major problem. One additional tip, try to visit after heavy rain or snow melt. You'll instantly see how the property handles water. So you're thinking about moving to Central Connecticut. Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below. From top employers, the best hospitals, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is that this guide is 100% free. Yes, that's right, you heard it, 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps. Number 4 on the list, the home that's too close to noise or flood risk. This one gets people all the time, myself included. On paper, that home near I-84 or I-91 looks perfect. Great commute, central location, decent price even. But the first night you spend there, that highway home never stops. The same goes for homes backing up against train lines in West Hartford or Newington. Those freight trains don't care what time it is. And the other side of this category is flood risk. The Connecticut River, Wethersfield Cove, parts of East Hartford are beautiful, but flood insurance here is no joke. Some policies cost more per month than your electric bill. I've had clients fall in love with a river view only to find out they'll need mandatory flood coverage that added $300 a month to their payment. So when you walk through, stop and listen. Spend 30 seconds outside. If you can hear constant traffic and that bothers you, you will never unhear it later. Look for double pane windows. Single panes won't block the noise and they make heating a lot harder. Check the FEMA flood maps before touring. You can look up any address online. It just takes a minute. And ask the seller for the insurance costs. It'll tell you right away if the property is in a high risk zone. Look for water lines or staining on trees, sheds, or the foundation. Evidence of past flooding. One other tip that'll help you a lot, visit at different times of day. That peaceful street might sound like a racetrack at 5 o'clock. Next up on the list, the DIY bonus room or garage conversion. Connecticut homeowners are creative, sometimes a little too creative. I've seen everything from garages turned into bedrooms to sunrooms, slapped on decks, and basements called in-law suites just because someone laid down some vinyl and plugged in a space heater. The problem isn't the idea, it's that a lot of these spaces were built without permits, without insulation, and without proper HVAC. They look great for photos, but they definitely don't function like they should. And they can absolutely tank an appraisal. I once toured a home in Berlin that listed 4 bedrooms, but one was what used to be the garage. No heat, no egress window, and a single outlet. On paper, 4 beds. In reality, 3 and a half, I guess, and a major headache. So here's a tip for you. When you walk through, check the temperature. If the bonus room is freezing in the winter or sweltering in the summer, it's a good idea that it's not tied into the HVAC. You want to look for a height difference. A step down from the main house often means it used to be a garage or a deck. Ask if the square footage is permitted. If not, appraisers will not count it. Inspect outlets and lighting. Exposed wires or extension cords are a huge red flag. And definitely request permits. If the seller can't produce them, assume you're going to need to fix that later. Here's a pro tip. Unpermitted work can't be insured for full replacement value, and towns can even require you to tear it out. Now for the question of the day. What matters most to you when relocating? Make sure to leave your answer in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions, thoughts, you can leave those in the comments as well. Or even better, text, call, or email me. My information should pop up on the screen below. So here's a bonus. It's the too good to be true bargain. We all love a deal. Me most of all. But in Connecticut, a bargain can mean something is hiding where you can't see it. And that's super dangerous. The most dangerous? Crumbling concrete foundations, especially east of the river in towns like Vernon, Tolland, Stafford, and parts of Manchester. A mineral called peritite in the concrete mix causes foundations to literally break apart from inside out over time. And you can't patch it. The only solution, you have to replace the whole thing. I've seen quotes well over $100,000. There is a state assistance program, but you do not want to buy into that problem unless you know exactly what you're getting into. So here's a tip. When you walk through, check the year built. 1983 to 2015 east of the river, you're definitely gonna wanna get a concrete core test. Look for spiderweb cracking in the basement walls. It's subtle, but it's the first sign. And ask the seller directly, has the foundation been tested for peritite? Call the town building department. Many towns keep records of tested or replaced homes. Do not skip the structural inspection. Even paint-covered cracks can hide serious damage. Here's the reality. Spending $400 on a concrete test could save you 6 figures. It's a no-brainer. So there you have it. Those are the 5 types of homes that you should never buy in Central Connecticut. Plus one bonus that's caught even the most seasoned buyers off guard. Central Connecticut has amazing homes. We've got classic colonials to brand new construction. But our mix of inventory, tricky terrain, and DIY remodels means you need to know what to look for before you sign that offer. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, drop a comment with your own inspection horror stories. Hopefully there aren't that many. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos about living right here in Central CT. And if you're house hunting around Hartford County, whether you're relocating, upsizing, or buying your first home, reach out anytime. I'll help you find the gems and steer you clear of the money pit. I'm David Constant, and this is Living in Central Connecticut. Until next time, stay smart, stay dry, and buy wisely.